Welcome back everyone to Celestial Harp Meditations with Cymber, Lily, Quinn, and I'm feeling so much better this week. Last week we looked at what it's like to do breathing meditation when you have a head cold, and it's really quite, you really become very aware of how important breath is when you can't breathe, and how challenging it is to do the exercises that seem so easy and so normal when you're feeling well. This week on our meditations we'll be going a little deeper into the Sutra on the full awareness of breathing. This is Sutra is a word, a Sanskrit word that means stitched together, and our word suture also comes from that word. And the Buddha's teachings, once they were written down, were taken and they were stitched together into books, and so that's why it's known as the Sutra on the full awareness of breathing. And the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh feels that this sutra, the full awareness of breathing, is sort of the quintessential teaching of the Buddha. And if you can get this one, the rest of them are like frosting on the cake. And so the breath is so important, so central to the meditation, that we're just going to spend a fair amount of time using the breath as an entry point into meditation and into relaxation. So you may recall in our first session together, we talked about the importance of having a long breath. So let's do that right now together. I'm going to breathe in and exhale completely. And then just allow your lungs to fill up. And take an exhale again, a long breath. And inhaling normally, or even taking a big breath if you like to, and exhaling again. And as you continue breathing, you want to notice different places in your body that begin to release, different places that begin to let go. One of the things that I notice when I first start breathing the long breaths is I become very aware of my sinuses. It's kind of an interesting thing. It sort of feels like my sinuses are filling with this crystal clear, bluish white, kind of like a winter's morning feeling, regardless of the time of day or how I'm breathing, except for the cold. When I'm breathing normally, I first become aware of my sinuses. And so just take a moment now as you're breathing long breaths to notice which parts of your body you can feel, which parts of the breath you can notice. The next part is to take short breaths. And we covered this in detail in a previous meditation, but I wanted to just go over it again briefly. So after you've taken several long breaths and you've got full oxygen in your body, then you're naturally going to want to take shorter breaths. You just don't need as much oxygen. So go ahead and follow your body and allow it to tell you, do you need a long breath? Do you need a short breath? And as you're doing shorter breaths, you can just... And this may even feel more like normal breathing as opposed to the big, giant, long breaths. Okay. So the third step, after you've taken long breaths and you've taken short breaths, is to begin to notice your body. Beginning to notice your body, how the body is moving. Like if you take a big, long, big, deep breath, I'm exaggerating this, but your stomach will go in and out. Now, if you've been a singer, you do this automatically. You've been taught to do this, but most people who do not sing have this idea that they have to hold their stomachs in. You're trying to look skinny or something. And when you do that, you can only breathe really from up here. And you're not using their full depth of breath. So I really want you to encourage you to feel and to know where your breath is going. So a big breath. Again, I'm exaggerating so you can see it. So that this belly part goes in and out, And you're doing it, if you're doing this by yourself, no one's going to see, no one's going to know. But actually, even if you're breathing in and out, no one can really tell. Only you can feel it going in and out. As you deepen your practice, as you breathe more and more, you're going to begin to feel different parts of your body. So what I want you to notice today in our meditation, as you continue breathing, is to notice your body. Notice your fingers. Notice your arms. Notice your chest. Notice your stomach going in and out as you're breathing. Notice your hips. Notice your legs. Notice your toes. Notice your head. Notice the inside of your sinuses, if you're able to feel that. And just really notice where your body is in the room, in your chair, on the floor, on this planet. Because we only have this brief time together on this planet, and the greatest gift you can give yourself and others is complete and total presence. And so the way to become present is to begin breathing and then to notice your body. So I'm going to get started with some playing here, and I'm going to guide you through some breathing, and then I'm going to guide you into your body, and then I'm going to leave you with some wonderful music here at the end. So here we go. So take some nice long breaths in and out. Long breaths help the body receive oxygen. And as you begin to deepen the practice, you will find that your breath wants to become shorter. As you become more comfortable with the breathing, begin to notice your body. Notice your head. Notice your neck. Notice your shoulders. And breathe into your shoulders. Notice your torso. Notice your stomach going in and out as you breathe. Notice your rib cage. Notice how it moves as you breathe. As you notice your rib cage, notice that it's not just about the front, but it's also about the back. Your ribs can breathe into the back. Notice your hips. Notice your legs. Notice your knees. Notice your ankles. Notice your feet. They are your connection to the earth. This is where we touch the earth. Feel the deep tones of the earth. Now return your attention to your breath. Never be afraid to return to the beginning. Some people just work with one of these sections for months and months, and you're welcome to do the same too. Take some long breaths. Take some short breaths now. Now become aware of your body again. Scan the top to the bottom, resting with your awareness on your feet. As we come to the close here, bring your attention back to your breath and notice how different you feel from even just a few minutes ago. Beautiful. I want to thank you for joining me today. Next week we will be moving on to the next section of the Sutra. So the next step after this is, once you become aware of your body, then we begin to calm the body and to release the worries and the cares of the world. One more thing I want to add, I mentioned this before, but this beautiful painting behind me here is done by Dick Cohen, and just a couple of days ago, Dick transitioned out of his body into his next incarnation, wherever that's going to be. He lived 95 years on this planet. What a beautiful spirit. And Dick, I wish you all the best in your journeys and travels wherever you're headed to next. I really look forward to seeing you again someday out there in the ether. Mwah. And blessings, and thank you all for joining me today. And more information is available on my website at cymber.com. Blessings.